Hello everybody and welcome back to Better Minecraft. I haven't done a whole lot in between episodes. Mainly been working on just terraforming. Ooh. Completely slipped off there. I terraformed all of this to be just grass. Because I don't want anything back behind all of this to be sand. Because all of this is going to be growing region and stuff like that. Most of the sand is going to be located up in here and across here. And then, of course, over there. So there are going to be some sand bits, just most of it's going to be terraformed to be dirt. Speaking of terraforming and everything, this is what we're working on today. I want to finish getting this building up. I did, in the later part of it, end up turning this side of the building into this. Just so whenever I put this building in, this lines up a bit better with everything else. And of course, if you didn't see it towards the end of the last video, I did come in and fully decorate the sky out. There are plates, there are bowls, there are just things everywhere. I found out that in Architect's Palette, we actually have bread. Like just bread blocks. Like there's straight up block of bread. I don't know either, but it's here. And of course, I have just a big old stock room back here for the restaurant specifically. And then of course they have like a little bit of the wild crop stuff growing. Just so they can bring in kind of like their own herbs and stuff. That's what it's meant to look like. And I noticed that in the thumbnail and everything, you can't actually see the name of this place. It is called the Drunken Witch. It is basically a hangout spot. I am going to put more tables and stuff out here as we get further along in the project. But today I want to finish getting these buildings in place. Now this is going to be just the buildings. The full polishing of this dock area, including the one up front, because that one's not completely done either, is going to be done in a separate video. That means decorating the interior of all of these buildings is going to be done either in between episodes, this one and the next one, or I will be doing it all in a certain video because there's still a lot of open space out here. Notice these two areas. I still want to put in some boats. I know specifically I want to at least put in one over here so it makes sense. And probably one down here. Just so the area makes a bit more sense. And then of course I still got to get the extra dock pieces in here. But today we are going to finish most of that. We're going to get the main like building stuff in place. The scaffolding of the area, if you will. First and foremost, we are going to put in these little dock pieces. We're going to finish up these buildings and then finish bringing the spruce wood all the way down here. And then kind of touch up on all of the stone and everything. We're going to bring that back around this way. And then of course there's going to be a path going along this side of the building. Going into another garden-like area. And of course this pathway is going to hug this way and then come up here. So I think we're just going to start with the buildings, see how far I get with those, because I want to get the main portion of these in today. First and foremost, we're running to grab Cypress, because that is not going to be enough to get these two buildings in. Okay, quick detour. I'm having to go to the Nether. Alright, why do I have to come here? Silt spawns naturally in the Nether. You go find a spot where it's going to spawn, though. Which is an utter pain in the butt because it doesn't spawn in very many places. I think I've seen some of the magma waste. Okay, it is night, but silt has been collected. I try to keep this box pretty full. It doesn't take much to get to where I can fill up a box. And it helps that I turn them into slabs anyway. So I don't really have to do this all that often. Because typically my box doesn't get that low. But, unluckily, I've been doing a lot of building recently, so... Of course, the shingles have been gotten into quite a bit because there's been a lot of roofing that I've been doing. Also, I'm trying not to sleep. Not because I want phantoms or anything, but because... Oh, I don't have any more of that. Okay. But because there's very limited days between now and when winter starts, and I want to get this video done before I have to AFK for winter. Okay, that gives me 4 more black dye. Gives me a few more black shingles. Okay. Also, for people who haven't seen it, both the silos are a farm of some sort. The other silo is a chicken farm. This one is just basically a dye farm. I have all the plants I typically AFK and will just spam a button on. All of them are in here. Some of them are dyes, some of them are just here. I've been thinking about making an actual, like, dye farm, but I don't see the real purpose in it at this point in time. Okay, there's that pull up, and I still have a little bit left over. Let's go. Okay, well that finishes up those boxes. I'm just slowly but surely making the biggest shulker box mess over here. Oh wait, these two need to go back over here. Go. Now that I've got everything and everything's restocked, speaking of which, I did grab another shulker box. This is just full of random odds and ends that I can add into decorate builds for next episode. Also, a few things that technically go in other boxes that I just went ahead and grabbed. Like the glass, this, spruce, whichever box that's in. There it is. Just those things. And also, don't worry, I have a full box of this stuff sitting in my storage room waiting for me to use it. By storage room, I mean one of the little buildings over here. This one, this little corner building. There's a whole box of it sitting in there. Just waiting to be used. Okay, so now I'm going to grab everything and try to get in as much of this building stuff as I can. They want to do both buildings kind of in tandem. I'm gonna build them up at the same time for both sides. And the thing is most of this is going to be dug out because these buildings are going to be on the same level as this one on the front side. So all these buildings are going to be down a few levels. So there's going to be a bit of digging and stuff involved as well. Okay. Bottom floors are in place. I do have like some weird flooring going on in here. But for the most part, this other building is just basic, normal. Oh, I need to throw some lights in here. Or else I'm going to have some things spawn. And we don't want that. Okay. Do I have extra torches? I do. Cool. Alright, but that does give us the bottom floors of these buildings. Now I need to start getting in the top floors. Just a little bit of a harder part. Alrighty, layer 2, done. Now the complicated part. The roof. Now, the idea for this, I think I've had a building like this, maybe? Yeah, this one. Where I had this weird piece going out this way, and it was just kind of awkward. Not to mention, these are kind of inspiration for this roof over here. This is going to be the main roof on the big building. And then these other two buildings are just going to lean into it. So some of these pieces are going to end up coming off. Probably this entire bit is going to end up coming off. And then I'm just going to build into this roof. That being said, I need to empty my inventory and get the stuff for that. And there we go. Third set is in. Now, from the sides, or from the front and back, it looks great. From the top, though, it looks a little bit funky. Which is fine. Are you a full block? You are. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some, glow lichen to go up here. Just to make sure things don't spawn where I don't need them to. But all the buildings are done. Now I'm going to quickly put everything away. And I am going to finish up putting in the spruce wood for the dock. This little bit. And then I'm also going to go do the like little dock pieces that I have. I'm going to go quickly put those in as well. So that means this is going to finish being terraformed, and I'm going to figure out where all the spruce wood goes, and then I'm going to slowly bleed into coarse dirt back here. And then, of course, I'm going to get everything else in. And there we go. The smaller dock is done. And all the terraforming is done as well. I brought the coarse dirt all the way up through here. I did keep a bit of the sand going forward. I'm going to have some leaves kind of built up here. And then I'm probably going to take another one of these sand in the area. And I'll probably take some of the like petrified sand. I have a tiny bit of it. I'll probably bring some and use it to texture this area a little bit more. But there we go. We finished up the buildings and got the rest of the actual dock in place. Now, some of these ropes are going to move as I put in like merchant boats and things of that nature, like little rafts. As I put those in, some of these ropes will be removed and things of that nature. Now, next episode, we are going to be going through and doing what I did to this building right here to all of them. Because all of these are supposed to be market buildings. So there's going to be small boats in the thing. There's going to be decorations everywhere. I'm going to go through and do the upper windows to all these buildings and probably do a bit of decoration to each one of the balconies as well. I think the only building that's not actually going to be a market building is this one. And even then, I'm thinking about turning it into like maybe a bit of a craft store. Like we have our shepherds and stuff over there, but I'm thinking more like woodworking. Like small statues and things of that nature. Maybe do that over here. But that is going to be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!